Hi everyone, I'm Morgan and I'm so excited to share my time management journey with you and all of the tips and tricks that I've learned throughout this project. For my project, I created a social media influencer page called Morgan's Time Management. Our slogan was Efficiency Starts Here. My goal was to help busy professionals, college or high school students, and entrepreneurs master their time, boost productivity, and create a space for what truly matters. Now, you're probably wondering, why did I choose time management as my focus? Well, let me tell you. I know better than anyone what it's like to wish there were more hours in the day. I mean, for example, right now I'm balancing college full time, working a full time and a part time job, taking care of my family, two dogs, a cat, and trying to have a personal life in my free time. As you can tell, when I say I understand how overwhelming it can be, I mean it. So I thought it would be nice to share what I've learned about time management to help others that might be in the same boat as me. For this project, I focused on building a presence across 6 social media platforms, those being Facebook, Instagram, Twitter or X, LinkedIn, Pinterest, and YouTube. My goal was to create fun and engaging content, like the examples provided here, to help people better manage their time while also increasing my engagement and views on my page. I focused on building a community of students, professionals, and other busy individuals by sharing practical tips and strategies that I thought that they would want to follow along for. To boost engagement, I encouraged likes, comments, and shares by providing infographics, question based posts, short videos, and more throughout all 6 of my social media pages. Some more examples of this can be found on my Pinterest, which I've decided to show here. I wanted to maintain a consistent brand identity across all of my social media platforms, so I continued to post infographics, question based posts, and different things like that on all 6 of my social medias. And so I was able to track analytics each week and refine my strategies to focus on what worked best for each platform. To keep things even more consistent, I would post on each of my social media pages at least 9 times a week, changing up the type of content a little bit each time just to keep people engaged. I had to get a little bit creative when it came to the sales post because I wasn't technically selling a product. So instead, I would make at least one social media post a week trying to get people to subscribe or follow my pages. Another example of consistency across my pages is that I would always start out with a welcome message, like the one shown here. It would let my followers know who I am and what to expect from the page, and it would also include my logo. After the welcome post, I would jump into my tips and tricks, and some of those posts did flop, but I learned that simple, relatable, and interactive content is what gets the best engagement, and I wouldn't have learned that without a couple of my other posts flopping. Here are a few more examples of what I learned. The type of post that works best for me was eye-catching infographics like the one shown here. They get the most likes and the most views across all of my pages. I think that's most likely because of the bright colors and the attention-grabbing pictures, and they're also really easy to read. Something that I thought would help boost engagement on my post is asking questions at the end so that way people would feel obligated to respond. People love to give their opinions. And look at this, I did get a response. Another thing that I thought of a couple of weeks into the project is adding emojis to my post. At first, I wasn't doing that and I wasn't really getting a lot of traction on my post, but after looking at my competitors' post, I decided that maybe it would be a good idea. I had the bright infographics, but my text wasn't really that engaging. So after adding emojis, I do feel like I started to stand out a little bit more, especially to young professionals and college or high school students. And as I mentioned previously, I try to keep my brand consistent across all of my social media pages, including keeping my profile picture and my cover pictures the same across all 6 platforms. You've heard it once and I'll say it again. Consistency is key. Another thing that's important to me was keeping the same color scheme across all of my social media platforms. I felt like that would make my pages look clean and organized if people looked me up across different social media platforms. I also thought that it gave a sense of brand identity and professionalism, which I liked. Something else that I decided to try out was using hashtags on my post, which used a little bit of tweaking but ended up working out in the long run. At first, I was using my slogan, which was hashtag efficiency starts here, and that was working well but not really driving a lot of engagement to my page. So I decided to keep using that hashtag but also add hashtag time management because that's more commonly searched. And after making that change, I do feel like more people were driven to my post and my page, especially on LinkedIn and Pinterest. And last but not least, I posted as many different types of things as I could. I felt like that helped me decide what my audience wanted to see and what I should post moving forward, and Canva was a huge help in this. Like I said before, I posted things like infographics, question post, motivational tips, stress-free tips, and different things like that. I even posted some external articles, even though those did not get as much love as I was thinking they would. Those posts only got around 20 to 30 views, whereas my other posts got around 50 to 60. Next, I wanted to provide some examples from different social media posts that I felt like did well with engagement. These specific pictures are from Twitter. The first one here with the Grinch is basically me calling myself out in a funny way with a little meme because I felt like that would be relatable, and it was. Essentially, the post is saying, oh, I'll do that in 5 minutes, and then setting down and getting lost on TikTok for hours accidentally. And the other post that I did was some tips and tricks, and I used a funny image at the bottom to help boost engagement and get people to look at the other tips that I was providing. I noticed something pretty interesting. My YouTube shorts did a lot better than my regular YouTube videos, so I guess that short attention span wins again, and I understand that. My YouTube shorts were getting around 30 views, whereas my regular YouTube videos were only getting 2 or 3. So the following week, I decided to lean more into that fast, high energy content that the shorts provide and made more of those than regular videos, and did end up getting a little bit more engagement. Something else that really shocked me was Instagram provided the lowest engagement across all platforms. As you can see, my engagement was pretty low, being 0, which I thought would be at least a little bit higher because I was targeting the younger high school, college generation, as well as young, busy professionals that are just entering the field. So maybe my target audience was just scrolling and not liking, but after finding out how much better my YouTube shorts did than my regular YouTube videos, I feel like I maybe should have leaned a little bit more into reels on Instagram rather than just posting regular content. For example, these are impressions on 2 of the same post, one on Instagram and one on LinkedIn, and the one on Instagram received 0 impressions, whereas my one on LinkedIn received 33, which is a lot better. Another thing that I found interesting is that my Pinterest was my slow but steady performer across all of my social media platforms when I expected it to be the one that did not do well. My posts never went viral, but they consistently got clicked or saved, which was very different from Twitter, where engagement dropped really fast. This made me realize Pinterest probably worked better for long-term reach rather than quick engagement, where Twitter was better for flashy, but they're both worth the effort. A crucial lesson I learned is how beneficial LinkedIn really can be for marketing and promoting. I didn't think that it was going to be such a top performer for my social media page, but it ended up being the one that I got the most engagement on. A big takeaway that I got from this project is that people engage more when they feel seen. The more relatable and interactive my posts were, the better they performed. It's all about finding the balance between value and personality. So let's go over a few key takeaways that I gained from this experience. Bold visuals and infographics grab attention from my audience. Posts with bold colors performed the best. Questions spark interaction. Engagement increased when I encouraged responses. Short video is still king. Our attention spans are short, so keeping things short helped out. I learned that when I realized my YouTube shorts performed better than my regular YouTube videos. LinkedIn is a top engagement platform, and I never would have guessed that before this. Professional and educational content thrives there, which was great for my time management page. Also, consistency matters. Posting regularly kept my audience engaged. Diving into the social media analytics and seeing the numbers really helped me figure out what worked and what didn't for all 6 social media platforms. Moving forward, I think I'd focus more on LinkedIn, Facebook, and short video forms, and maybe try experimenting more with Instagram Reels. Well, this wraps up my social media marketing story, at least for Morgan's Time Management. Running Morgan's Time Management has been exciting and insightful. Thanks for watching, and maybe we'll see you next time.